Okay, so good morning, guys, and then welcome to another session of Montreal Technicals. And I think today is episode 30. I really want to thank everyone for always attending, especially you guys, Esther and Ricky. Jerry is not around yet. You guys are always here, and I really appreciate you guys. So, let's see what we have on fundamentals today. We have a high impact news around 10 a.m. That's CPI, and I always tell you guys CPI is basically an index, be an indicator of inflation. So it's always something to look out for. Then around 3 p.m. we have ISM manufacturing PMI. That's basically Institute for Supply Management, this thing manufacturing, this thing purchasing managers index. So this one is basically um, an indicator that monitors industry expansion or contraction. If it's above 50%, it means the industry is actually what expanding, and then if it's below, it's what contracting. So if I have high numbers today, it's going to actually what favor the dollar. So that's basically it. But I don't think we are not fundamental traders. So either way, it's still good to actually know all these things. You get so that's being said, those are the two things to watch out for 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. volatility. Yeah, so now let's go to our charts and see what we can get. We'll start with AUD. So basically, AUD was in this range yesterday. Yeah. Esther, was it on AUD that you highlighted something and sent the charts to me? That
Yes,
break
AUD and NZD.
AUD and NZD. So let's see. Yeah. Honestly, on paper, this was actually because okay, no, the body did not close. It was this one that closed above. Yeah, and then we just flushed to the downside next. Okay, so I'm going to say something quick before we start here. Oh, this is interesting. Had that area here. That's on the 4H, and I'm guessing that's like inside the golden ratio on the 4H. Okay, so I want to say that that all these breaks and retests, yeah. Wait for clear breaks and clear retests. Yeah. Something if you have an uptrend and then you have this kind of break, yeah, the break is not short. I mean, the break is not long. The break is not strong. Do you get? In a way, that's I used to say this thing that um the market speaks to us. Do you understand? Candlesticks and the market structure you get. The break is small. This indicates that the trend is not that strong actually. Remember when I told you guys that short retracements indicate that the trend is actually strong. So now a short break basically tells you that the trend is actually what exhausting. Do you understand? Are you guys following?
Yes.
So if you had the whole strong break, that tells you that okay, this trend is still what? Very, very strong. And if you observe something here, after that first one yesterday, yeah, this first one here, see how much retracement it had. You get it still came back down before it was still pushed back up. You get, and once it tapped into these levels, it was flushed to the downside. So now basically we have another break of structure here. Yeah, that's our break of structure. Sure, I did not extend this thing yesterday like this to this side so we could watch out for it. Oh shit. Anyhow, so now we have a break of structure here. And if we have that, if we start having that retracement today, then we can catch the retest you get. And I love the fact that the golden ratio is around this thing. It's around the area that was broken. So we can watch out for it and see how it goes. Yeah. Then on NZD USD2 is almost the same thing. NZD tapped into this here, but that's not my problem right now. My problem is I'm going to catch the next one, basically. So on NZD, let's see, where's our golden ratio? Our golden ratio on NZD is a bit deep. I feel it might just tap into the 50s first before it will push to the downside. This move happened during, okay, it was at night that it started. Yeah, let me check something on AUD. Because on the 1 hour, we did not see any entry confirmation. So let's check on the 15 minutes and see if we have had any entry confirmation. Good, we had what? An entry confirmation here. Are you guys following?
Yeah.
Good. So always watch out for the rejection candlesticks. Yeah. Then I think even NZD, we should have, before that flush to the downside, did we have any? So maybe the whole thing is looking like a shift in market structure. But then I wouldn't call that a shift in market structure because it was just flat. Then we pushed back and tapped into those flat areas. Then we continue to the downside. But then if you want to be critical, I won't consider this rejection candlestick. See one here. That's actually a nice one. Yeah, so all you guys should always pay attention to those ones. It's the same thing with this setup I'm dropping now. Yeah, this setup we're analyzing now. Watch out for those candlesticks on your entry time frame. Do you guys understand? Once price gets to your area of interest, watch out for those candlesticks. That's basically what we're going to be doing today. So on Euro USD, first of all, this whole thing I dropped yesterday, I think this actually clicked before coming back to take SL. Okay, it missed by I think a pip. Let's see, that's going to be around 1 pip or so. Yep, that's around 1 pip. It missed the whole TP by a pip, but it's not a strategy, so I'm not really going to say anything about it. So if we're flowing with NZD USD, we broke to the downside yesterday, and then we have broken back to the upside. But then that break for me, it's not really strong. So I'll still wait to see what the market will do. If we're going to have a retracement, then what another break. So that's basically what I'm going to be watching out for on AUD. I mean on Euro USD, and then on GBP USD. GBP USD. Did anyone catch the setup? Because it's exactly the setup we had for yesterday.
I don't trade it GPB USD.
Yeah, and me too for a while now. I've stayed off of GBP USD. So let's see. Did we have any entry pressure on the lower time frame? We had like an engulfing, but this was not an engulfing. We sure had this one here. So GBP USD was sure interesting. It's just sad that nobody caught the setup, but it's actually a nice setup. I don't know. It's just that the mean rate, I think my mean rate on GBP the mean rate of my strategy on GBP USD is not as high as on AED and NZD. That's why I don't look at it very well. Anyways, let's see. But this was a very nice break and then what to retest. Just tapped inside and then what came to the downside. And I've looked at all my pairs. You guys can drop suggestions. First of all, do you guys understand the analysis we have on all the pairs today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Reiki, what about you? Reiki with us.
I don't trade this GBP.
No, I'm talking about NZD and AUD. Hope you understand the setup we have on them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. So that being said, let's any other pair you guys want me to take a look at? I think Esther saw your Euro NZD, yeah. The whole distance did not work on this.
It did not work.
I saw the whole stuff.
That pair just very one kind, one kind. I don't even know what is it, what it respects. Other
It's
block.
a cross pair, that's why. Yes, cross pair.
I mean, personally, Euro USD, I don't like that pair for anything at all. Don't
Wait,
like that pair at all.
your guest is calm. Okay, so you can try something, yeah. Our RSI is showing that price is already oversold and it has started what's covering, and we have a rejection candlestick. We can use Dr. Bill's rejection
I
strategy
don't
and
know how
see.
to how to interpret this RSI. I don't. I just see people using it. I don't know what they are looking at.
So basically, Dr. Bill's rejection strategy, we can target here and see. Basically, RSI just calculates the what I think it's like the I've actually forgotten how the whole thing. I think it's the average. I don't think it's the average. It's not the average. There's the way RSI calculates it, but basically you have two levels, the 80 and then the 20. So when the lines are above 80, it means the price is actually oversold. Price is oversold, or the currency pair is oversold. And if it's below that, it's what's overbought. So once it starts covering, yeah, I see rejection candlesticks. It's like Dr. Bill's rejection strategy. That's like the edge. That's like the entry criteria. When it starts covering and you see what a rejection candlestick, you enter.
Then you
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, that's just it. Is there any other pair we'll take a look at? Just huh?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, no worries now. Thank you guys so much for attending the session. I'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday. Yeah, it's going to be a long one. Yeah, no. Stay safe, guys, and
See you
trade
later.
safe later.